with desire. Somehow I know that it's all gonna change. Everything's gonna change.
Welcome once again on Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio. And we here, it's another Thursday, and we here, ready to let the cat out the bag. I am totally feeling myself today, totally. So first of all, we want to thank you guys for tuning in again. It's another Thursday, and I can't even make this stuff up. We just keep getting better and better. Podcast. Better and better. For those of you who know, better is better than better. For those of you that don't know. But listen here, we can't even avoid one of our new hosts, and we want to thank everybody that's tuning in from Butt Packs, over 94,000 followers. We want to thank him for being a part of the Cats Out show. We also, we also have Mr. J in the building. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kick our show off like we normally do. We got Mr. J Hustle in the building.
Yeah, buddy.
We got Miss Patricia Ward.
Hey.
We got Miss Monique Nikki Banks in the building.
Hey, everybody.
All right. Now, today's show is really going to be an interesting show, because we're going to talk about, first of all, we spend a lot of time how women are hurt in relationships and, different things that a woman goes through dealing with men. But we never really spend enough time talking about men and some of the things that men go through. We have a guy that's going to call in today, and this guy was literally hurt by his wife. He's married, found out that his wife was actually stepping out on the side, and he's feeling some type of way, and he wanted to express his feelings about what happens when a man is stepped out on. We're also going to talk about how we talk about Black Lives Matter, Black Dollars Matter. So one of the things that we're doing with the Cats Out and also is we're going to start a movement, and that movement to be where we spend our monies at. We want to spend our money where we see a return on our investment, and we think that teamwork is the only way to make this dream work. Again, we're going to kick this show off like we always do. Mr. J Hustle was in the building. Mr. J Hustle, tell everybody how you doing. What's going on with you?
Yeah, buddy. I'm good, man. I'm good. All right, let me tell y'all what's going on with me. First of all, I would like to send my condolences to the Bryant Mitchell family. A friend of mine, of my friend or ex, whatever you want to call her, Rosetta Bryant, her brother was killed on Polk. I'm quite sure y'all heard about that. This was Monday. He didn't make it, unfortunately. And the sad part about that, he was young. But the saddest thing about it, after the police processed the crime scene, tape was gone, the last police car, gone. They say 20 or 30 minutes later, the same vehicle, a gray truck, a gray car, I got to get more information. They said the same vehicle came back down Polk, and they hit a 10-year-old boy. They shot him in the back, and I'm quite sure y'all seen that. But I just want to send my condolences to the Brian Mitchell family, and also I just want to say I'm sorry to the other family of the boy, the twin. And they say, his sister was out there holding his hand saying, "Twin, please don't die, please don't die." And I mean, crazy. I'm just, man, what the hell going on? I've been in this city all, and I just cannot understand why the things that are happening keep happening. And it ain't gonna change until we make it change. And people been pissed off at me because I've been mad that everybody want to say Black Lives Matter. But when the hell Black lives gonna start mattering to the Black people in the community? And I'm not saying all people. This is strict for the people that are not doing anything, that are not saying anything at 2 phones. But still, why is it that a police officer can kill somebody of our skin color, African American, Black, whatever you want to call it, and everybody want to say Black Lives Matter and march and be pissed off and go 1,000 miles away and protest? But when somebody down your block and they killed by somebody of the same damn skin color, don't nobody want to say nothing unless it's one of yours. Y'all need to stop that shit.
All right. Well, Jay Hustle, we see you definitely have let your cat out the bag today. We got Miss Patricia Ward in the building. Pat, go ahead. How's everything going with you today?
Everything is going really good, really good. I got events coming up from Team Push Organization. They was in here with us, McPherson. He will have an organization concert going on this Saturday. I don't have the paper with me, but this Saturday, you can look it up on my Facebook page from 12 to 4. They will be giving out Bibles. They will have over on 67 and but it's on 67. Look it up on my page and you'll see the information. I would have the information with me, but also I have an event that's coming up next Saturday, August the 20th, from 10 to 6 in the way schools to celebrating life. To donate, inbox me or on my Facebook, contact with me through my email, wardpatricia46 yahoo.com or involvingsouls@gmail.com. You can get in contact with me by email if you want to make a donation, whether it's food, supplies. We would love to have your help. We're doing this for the children to celebrate them going back to school, and we want to just encourage them, and we want to pray for our children that they will be.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, we got Miss Monique Banks in the building. Miss Monique, what's going on with you today, my sister?
Not much, nothing much, but I will be back on what James was talking about. I think that they need to start picking these guys off the street and start drafting them into the army like they used to.
You said pick them off the street and take them back to the army.
Yeah, they need to draft them. They used to draft people years ago. They had no say-so. They need to pick that back up.
Pick it back up. Okay.
No, I say they need to gather all these fools up that want to be out here shooting, send them over to Afghanistan somewhere. I mean, it's crazy.
They're going to draft them, and that's where they're going to eventually end up.
But you don't want them in the army because now they illegal. Now you a hero if you in the military. Just send them niggas over to Afghanistan somewhere in the desert. If you survive, you get your freedom. But over there.
No, I just think if they make it over there, I'm not trying to turn it into something negative. It should be turned into something positive.
Exactly.
Pick them up off the streets, take them and train them right. Maybe they'll feel secure about themselves and stop being so insecure where they need to pick up a gun in the first place.
And fight.
Give them something to do.
Well, you know what? Guns have become their means of fighting back. Yeah. And I think that we need to go back to getting into the boxing rings. They're like real men fight. I believe cowards pull a gun and shoot men that they can't necessarily beat up on the street. But here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick music break. First of all, I want to thank all Butt Pack followers and listeners for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Thanks for the compliments. And Jeff Fort, I seen what you said. You said if you wasn't in jail, that you would do something. Maybe, and I don't know the situation. Maybe you can do something from where you at. Kind of team up, send some messages out, and maybe we can do the footwork from in the street while you're doing the work from in jail. I don't know.
I thought you were saying Jeff Fort was on Trail page. I'm like, how you on Cuz page? I'm like.
Jeff Ford. His name was Jeff somebody. I don't know what his name was.
Oh, I'm thinking they talking about you know.
Okay, I have no idea. But anyways, I'm just going to read the brother's comment. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick music break. But when we come back, we're letting the cat out the bag. Today's show is really going to be a great show. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. We're on iHeartRadio. We are on IntellectualRadio.com. It's the cat. And we keep getting better, but every time we get better, we're doing it on purpose. Don't go nowhere. We're coming right back.
I've been lost, I've been tired, but I feel with desire. Somehow I know that it's all gonna change. Everything's gonna change. Big city lights, big city dreams, the sound of the city that wastes me. So many people living with the blues. So many things that I can tell you. I got this funny feeling that something's going down. I can almost hear the sound going boom, 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 going. No matter what I do, No matter what I say, seems like no one is happy. People living without a voice. Seems like no one really has a choice. I feel free and lost at the same time. Feels like I'm gonna lose my mind. Like living in the
It's the cast. We're on IntellectualRadio.com. We're on iHeartRadio. And we're coming today ready to let the cat out the bag. Meow. Okay, so like I said, you guys, today's show is really going to be great. We got a special caller that's going to call in, go by the name of CG. And this guy's going to speak on what it feels like when a man is actually hurt and has had his wife step out on him. We always hear it from the woman's point of view, but we want to hear from some men today and see how they feel. And then we also going to piggyback and tell sometimes why this actually happened. What make women, good women, you know, kind of turn sour, or what happened to, because normally it's not traditional for a woman to get married and decide that I'm going to have multiple partners. Women get married with that ideal of that Adam and Eve type of feeling, or you know, that Romeo and Juliet. We really be in the clouds. So we want to talk about that. But for right now, we have a young lady on the line that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. She's going to share some information. She went to the doctor one day, was perfectly healthy in her mind, and found out that she had cancer. And from that point, she's been on a mission. And I want her to share her story with you guys, kind of, especially women, because she got some powerful information and some things that we need to do to always be on top of cancer. Miss Emma, can you hear me okay? Okay. Oh, hold on. I can't hear her. Let's see. Hold 1 second. Testing. Okay, Emma, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Vera, can you hear me?
I hear you fine. So
Great.
So Emma, go ahead and tell us what's going on with you, lady.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Vera, for having me on. And I'm on a mission, like Vera said, to really reach out to all the women in the world and their spouses and partners and everybody, actually, because it's not only cancer that we're addressing here. It's actually all medical situations. And my story, I am a living testimonial how God really heals, and how to take that faith into action by treating our body as a temple. So that's my short storyline. I was diagnosed with breast cancer last February, but mind you, 8 years ago I also had breast cancer. But this time around, I purposely, intentionally wanted to find out how to nip this in the bud so it will never come back. So my first step was to turn to God and reach out to Him and say, God, let me be a living testimonial, because I know you can heal me. So at the doctor's office, January 29, after the doctor telling me I have cancer, I told him, in all due respect, doctor, I am healed because Jesus heals. So that very next day, I went and took my faith into action, did exercise, the mind, body, and spirit. It has to be all whole health philosophy. And from there, I did some research on how to really treat our body as a temple. And I found out many different ways to go and treat ourselves without going through radiation, chemo, and that 5-year med, because that conventional treatment, most of the time, in my experience especially, I've seen people not really get better, but actually get worse. So I was determined to find other ways, and there are many protocols, but I looked for proven, fast, and practical, results-oriented, and flexible, because I didn't want to be tied up in a clinic or at home, and because I love to travel, I love to dance, I'm still out there. And I found this wonderful protocol that I'm now sharing many people here in San Diego, California, but reaching out to everyone in Chicago, And first of all, I teach them, influence them that there is another way to deal with our medical situations. And if we could only open ourselves up to hearing what the word says and what, all the good people around us telling us that this has been proven and worked for them. And I did that. I made a tough decision to say no to my medical doctors on chemo, radiation, and 5-year medicine. And I am a living proof of walking in faith, and I'm feeling blessed, healthy.
Wow.
And yes, and I know that I only have a few minutes today, but I will definitely share lots of information. And it's all natural, plant-based. That's what God told me in the beginning. We were just supposed to eat a lot of plant-based. And so it's really going back to the basic. And a doctor formulated this 8 years ago, was seeing patients at the clinic in Santa Monica, California, but decided to reach out to the masses, and now it's available to the masses. So guys and ladies, really, the cancer is not a death sentence. Diabetes is not debilitating. Anything that you would tell us, we have a solution.
Wow.
So yeah.
You know what, Emma, I want to piggyback off of your story that, but let me be realistic. Most people, when they go to the doctor, especially, women, men, whatever, and you get the news, that heartbreaking news about cancer, I can only imagine of meditation and what type of strength to say, you know what, I am going to tap into my high power. I'm going to word, and I'm going to different path than what the doctors is saying based off of from other people, and actually seeing people with cancer die. And you said, you know what, I'm just going to do something else. And then to actually get results from what you did, wow, I want to commend you for that. Now, if you could just give out maybe a phone number or email, and I know you're coming back next week as well, but if you can give out a phone number, email, or something where if anybody that's watching today may have additional questions, they could actually reach out to you.
Yes, and I give free advice. So it's my mission, it's my ministry. So my name is Emma Reyes, and my phone number is 858-752-8111. My email is focus2serve@gmail.com. The number 2, serve@gmail. That's what I represent. I'm here to serve everyone.
You're here to serve everyone. All right, I know that's right. And again, today we literally, first of all, we want to give a shout out to Mr. Butt Packs. Thanks to all his amazing followers, over 94,000 followers. We want to thank you. We're live. We're on IntellectualRadio.com. We're on iHeartRadio.com. And we're glad that you guys can tune in, because what we're doing is we're simply letting the cat out the bag. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do, Emma, thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Have a great one. We're just going to go ahead and kick right on into our next guest. Our next guest is literally, and we're just going to talk about two things. First of all, we talk a lot about how a female feel when she's been broken, when she's been lied on, and when she's been cheated. How do men feel? How do men feel when it's the other foot and it actually happened to them? We want feedback from men. We want you guys to really let the cat out the bag, because a lot of time when a man cry, I'm hurt, I've been broken, we kind of think, oh, you weak, because we expected that it's only from women, but there are men. And James, I was
weak, huh?
Right. And you know what, James, I'm gonna actually turn the mic on to you for a while we get our caller online.
He said I'm shiny.
But But James, we know that you have a story, and we want you to kind of share your story a little bit, how you know, what went on in your life while we get a caller online.
Okay, what happened with me?
Yeah.
Basically, I was screwed over by never knew. Yeah, it hurt. And women don't know how to want to know how to feel. The best way I can tell when a man is hurt, that's like y'all going to BCBG or DSW and y'all got y'all favorite shoes on sale and you get there and there ain't no sale. Ain't no sale. Ain't no sale. But man, we go through things. A lot of guys hate to admit it. For the past few years, I done gone through a lot. And I have never been the type of guy to show my emotions or anything like that, but I've been going through it. I have been going through it. I was suffering from a state of depression. I ain't ashamed to say that.
You're gonna be up.
I was screwed over by everybody, and me trying to protect myself, and this is no excuse, it's just the truth. Me trying to protect myself, I started screwing over every woman that I met because I thought it was gonna happen to me again. Ended up screwing over the one person that was loyal to me, and it broke my ass down. That's just real talk. But yeah, men cry. We go through things just like women do. Women think we strong. We might be strong physically, but in all actuality, a woman is actually stronger emotionally and mentally than a man is. I mean, that's just the honest to God truth. So, I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to say. That's just my story. I don't listen to some Lenny Williams and some Otis Redding and been in the car and my big ass. I done been there. I done been there, people. Now, dudes, y'all, they be ashamed to admit it. Y'all can go and admit it, man.
Okay.
They say I'm shiny. It's hot in here and I'm fat. Yes, I'm shiny.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Thanks for sharing that story, James, because we don't know. You know, we only know from a woman's perspective, and you know, from hearing from men, we know. But I can tell you one thing. I can tell you what make a woman fed up and what causes women to do some of the things that they do. But we have our caller online today. Let me go ahead and introduce our caller, Mr. CG is what we're going to call him. We're going to not tell his name. Mr. CG, are you there? Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you okay. I'm here.
Okay, we hear you okay. Our viewer, Mr. Yanni, Mr. Yanni, thank you for tuning in this week from that organization, Making Wealth Real. Definitely thank you for tuning in. We got Mr. Marcus Collins online today. So many people from PACs. We just want to thank the whole Butt Pack clan. That you guys are amazing. Mr. CG is what we're going to call. Share your story with us. Tell us, first of all, who you are, where you're calling in from today, and why are you even here?
Well, I'm calling in from Massachusetts, and just here to talk to you a little bit about what your show was.
Okay. Well, tell us, and it's when a man is cheating, a wife steps out on her. How does that? And I kind of shared a little bit about your story went through, but I want you to talk about how does that impact you? What are some of the thoughts that go through your mind?
All right. Well, it happened to me personally a couple of months ago. I discovered an affair my wife was having, and I was totally devastated. For a woman to cheat on a man, when a man lays his head on a woman's lap and he gives his all, and he basically surrenders, and he actually becomes vulnerable, and for a woman to go ahead and have that type of power, and to just it could destroy a man. All of these people, that murder suicide spirit that's out there, that's where it stems from, because the man can be totally devastated. And 2 months later, I'm just now getting out of the coma and trying to move on with my life and do whatever it is that God wants me to do.
Wow. Now, you know what, Corey, and I feel your pain, but yeah, I'm gonna be realistic. You know, this is stuff that women go through all the time. But it's like when it happened to a man, we become so disheartened by it. It's like, oh well, you know what, get over it, because men normally cause the problem. And women are the ones that are somewhere with their head down, broken and crying, and you know, having all these girlfriend parties. We can make it. We can overcome. So to hear it from a man, you know, it's really like, what? Well, it must have been something you did. It had to be your fault.
It's not always the man's fault.
Okay.
Now, like you said, it's a man's fault because, I mean, I can be honest, most of the time it's a man that causes the problem within the relationship with the woman, but it's not always the man's fault. And a lot of women wonder why men are dogs. A lot of men are dogs. And again, everything I say, it is no experience. And it's a lot of men are dogs because they've been dogged over. When you have a good man at home and a woman is continuously dogging him over, the next woman could be a possibly good woman, and she catches the wrath of what everybody else has did. But one thing we have to realize as adults, that everybody is not the same. And when you're trying to find love or you're trying to spend your life with, it's like playing the lottery. Yeah, you're going to spend your money every day, but you never know if you're going to win. But one day you're going to win. You're going to win big. So, I mean, you cannot take out your problems from the past or something that somebody else has done. You can't take it out on the next person because it's not fair to them. You're only going to end up hurting them, and you're going to hurt yourself.
And that's could say vice versa. There's a good woman at home that the man messes over too.
We said that.
I'm just saying vice versa. The man, is not only you have a good man that a woman can mess over. Then you have a good woman at home that the man is messing over with. You know, for a long time, the man has been messing over with, and the woman has been there, you know, building up her house, not tearing it down, but the man has been there tearing down the house. Wow. Like he said, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. If you're going to be in a relationship, you need to have God in your relationship. You need to be able to communicate with one another, and most of all, you need to be able to pray. You need to be able to pray together. If your relationship, if in your marriage is going to be stronger, that way no one in the relationship, man or woman, will be cheating on each other. Because when you get married, it's for what they say, to death do us part, and it don't even work like that no more. Wow.
You know why it don't work like that no more? The same reason why these fools out here killing. There is no more structure. There is no more stability. They ain't got no
people
God. Don't even have.
They ain't
no God, not in school,
ain't
nothing.
No morals, ain't no God.
Like she said, but usually it's the men that mess up the household, but all the time it's not. And I don't know, it's like a snowball effect. One small thing could lead to the biggest and biggest thing. But what a lot of people have to realize also is a man is only going to do what a woman allows a man to do. Yeah. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
When I got left and it destroyed me, I lost my family. The only thing I feel like I ever built in my life. I mean, I went through it. But again, I'm glad that she stepped up and she took that initiative to say that, you know what, I ain't gonna take this no more. Because if she would have never done that, I would have never grown up. I would have still been the same dude running the streets with every other woman and just being manipulative. Now I know a woman's worth, and no, I'm not trying to get the draws, as y'all call it, or he just trying to get it with. No, it ain't even like that. It's the truth. The same thing with men also. You got women that screw men over and they go through it, and I mean, it works both ways.
But women throw out hints way beforehand. Yeah. And you guys do not pay attention to it. You continue to do what you want to do, but you're not understanding why is this woman so upset. There's a reason. Nobody just gets up in the morning and say, hey, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's a reason behind everything.
Well, men do.
But once a man understands that, maybe they have a little bit of respect for what she's talking about. Then you want to cry. Put some respect
on my name.
Exactly. Put some respect on it.
I ain't gonna say it.
When the woman gets
respect
up and
lie.
You know.
Okay. Well, like she said, you don't just wake up in the morning. I say this time, fellas finna get mad at me. A woman handles things differently. A woman can handle things better than a man. A woman is stronger mentally and emotionally than a man. A man cheats at an opportunity. So for you women that's watching this and y'all think, oh, he just cheating with you and he dipping off with you and you the side chick and you happy to be that because you think that you the I can't really curse. You think that you the stuff. You not. Men cheat out of opportunity. You ain't got nothing between your legs that the next woman ain't got. What the hell can you do for me? Just like y'all look at men and say, well, what can he do for me? What can he do for me? We thinking the same thing. So when the old me, when we leave our woman and we come cheat with a woman, you don't mean nothing but a quick nut or some money. And that's just the honest to God's truth. You not worth it. And men don't get that. When you finish doing what you're doing, we don't think about consequences. Now, when the things happen after, then we devastated. We get mad. A woman can catch you cheating. Well, who is this? And you get mad at that woman. I've been there. But like she said, women don't just wake up one day and decide they just gonna do something. Men cheat out of opportunity. Women cheat because they are being neglected by men emotionally, physically, and everything else. The one problem that men always seem to not understand is a woman is only going to take so much. You can dog her over and over and over, and one day she gonna get tired of it. She gonna get tired of it. She gonna kill you. A woman can be broken to the point she gonna stab you, she gonna shoot you, or she gonna walk away. Either way it go, something gonna happen.
Or she gonna boil some hot grits while you're in the tub and pour it
Oh
on
no,
your
you're not gonna put no grits on them. Well, you know what? Wait a minute.
Love and happiness.
You know what? I wish they had cameras back then when she threw them hot grits on Al Green. I bet his afro just like
on the do-right. Y'all need to quit.
I mean, she threw him in his lap. I guess she was trying to get him breakfast. He already had the sausage and the 2 eggs, so she had to put the grits with it.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, Corey, are you still there? I'm sorry, you let a cat out the bag and we went away with it. Corey, can you hear us? Okay.
What's up, Emmanuel?
Okay, so you know what, Corey? Here is the question that's coming across. What did you do to her? Because if a woman's gonna step out, you know, I'm sorry, Mr. CG. I think I said your name, Mr. CG.
She showed did.
Yeah, I said your name.
She said your name.
But listen at this right here. What did you do to her? You know, everybody is saying he had to have did something. He had to have cheated first. He had to have did something. What is your something? Be honest.
All right, I'm going to answer that. Then I'm going to also I'm going to say a comment on what the other brother said that I agree with him on. What happened with me is I came from a situation where I was that dude on top, $1 million, houses, all of that, and I lived that luxury life. And that was my first marriage, and I had confessed my infidelities because I didn't feel right as a man. So that ended up in a divorce. So through that divorce, I met my new wife, and we were both going through divorces. And to answer your question is because I was still broken and I didn't put God first in my life. Mm-hmm. What happened was that brokenness started to leak into the new relationship, because when I went broke, there was a poverty spirit on me. So I couldn't pay the bills. There was always this, there was always that. It was not being able to provide. So that's how I broke my wife's heart, because I couldn't provide for her and her kids because we were in a blended family. So after it's only a matter of time before they get tired and they look for the opportunity. I think personally, when it comes to relationships, God has everything in divine order. He makes the man stronger physically, and he makes a woman stronger emotionally. And there's two different things, even though it's an affair, one to the other. Men, it's just what it is. It's physical, caught up in the emotion. Women are totally different. They're stronger than us. You guys are stronger than us emotionally, stronger physically, and that's how we were supposed to bring.
Wow. You just really let a major cat out the bag, because I heard everything you said. Now, I'm gonna go back, because you your cat. You said that at one time you was the one that had the $1 million houses. You were the one that was literally sitting on top of the man sharing the story. You made your millions at a young age. Is that right?
First, I was at 21. By the time I was 24, I had a company with 20 employees with 10 houses, 900,000 coming in for 6, and just whatever I did, it turned gold. I just got caught up, and I didn't put God first. If you want to do anything, you gotta put God first. If you don't put God first, the enemy's gonna get you, and that's the bottom line. Mm-hmm. So when I went broke, I didn't really. It was so hard. It took me 7 years to be where I am right now, because when you get used to lack, no woman want a man with lack. You got to be able to handle your woman. You got to be. You want to go to Aruba? Let's go. Saying you really got to treat her like a gem, because there's going to be some other dude waiting in the carpool lane trying to pull over and grab your girl. So you got to be on point.
Wow.
You know what? I'm sorry. Brother, what did you do? You got $1 million houses at 21. I need some of that. I just need to know what you do.
I got you, dude. My thing was real estate and mortgages.
Okay.
And then from the real estate and mortgages, I dipped into the movie industry.
All right.
Not the funny movie industry, the A-list stuff.
All right. Well, brother, from one man that's been hurt to another man that's been hurt, I want to, and why you didn't lose, you lost the problem, because that right there let you know that when your money was.
That's why she can cool. It's a second.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the whole country song. She left with the dog and the cat and the whole country. It's the new wife. You know, I saw her. We were at Chucky, and her daughter gave me tokens, and we opened up our relationship. I said, "Thank you. God is good." She said, "All the time," and then I said, "All the time," and she said, "God is good." Those were the first words that I spoke to my wife.
You know what? Now, see, I don't miss nothing. Really, so you were married with the first wife, and with the first wife, you were making the money, you were shining, everything was great because you had money and plenty of it, so to speak.
Yep.
At the same time, the new wife come in, and the new wife came in while you had money or while you were broke?
When I was broke.
Oh, she came in while you were broke.
She knows the broke Corey. She doesn't know the other dude that's inside me that's about to come out right now, actually. So she had to take the blood of the bruises and the hurt and the low self-esteem and the low confidence. I mean, when your girl leaves you and you got everything and she leaves you, that's devastating to your confidence and your self-esteem. So she had to try to build the bear and try to put me back together, and she got tired.
Wow. Well, you know what? Yeah. So she hasn't had a chance to meet the Corey that has money and plenty of it. Well, you know what? It is what it is. Now she has went out and cheated with somebody. Now, this brother does he got money? Because I mean, maybe it's something. Maybe she chasing.
Nah, dude. It's not even about looks with these women. It's all about emotion. Whatever, young dude, he just was at the right place at the right time, I guess. Married dude as well, and he was under disguise as the best friend. That's another way that these cats get you. They try to play their role as the best friend so they can slip in when things get rough. So if there was a confession, if she would have told me, I would have been able to deal with that. But to have me find out, like some Jerry Springer stuff, that's what devastated me.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. And you definitely hope you get over it. But one important thing is that you haven't, you haven't beat anybody up. That's pretty good.
I look like, I ain't gonna lie, your mind starts to wonder. So that's why I understand that whole murder suicide thing. Your mind starts to play scenes in your head of what you should do, and then when you get there, then you end up in prison or whatever. And that's why those people in court that ended up doing something wrong, they got that dumb look in their face, like, how the heck did I get here? I understand it.
Wow.
What up, Anthony?
Well, hope I ain't getting too.
No, you said, how did I get here? So it's, you mentioned suicide. Also mentioned, going to the extreme to where you're in jail.
Yeah, there's spirits out there. It's a spiritual battle. It's a higher level than what we just looking at with humans. There's a spiritual level. There's God versus the devil, basically. These spirits come in, and they come in through suicide, adultery, power. That's how the enemy is trying to keep going to his side by the time the world's over. So it's a spiritual battle. That's all it is. And either you're covered under Jesus Christ, under the blood, or you're not, period.
Wow. Now that's deep. That's deep. Well, I tell you what, thanks for sharing your story, Mr. CG. We got another guest speaker in the building. We need to give this speaker an opportunity to speak on the gaming industry. So for those of you all that's playing games for free, we got someone here today that's just gonna share how to get paid to play. So
all right,
when we come back.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I appreciate the time. Thank you. And Vera, please have that brother reach out to me. Something about that brother went on the radio show. Please have him reach out to me. I got to talk to him.
All right, what you can do right now, if you on Facebook, just look me up. It's James Hawthorne, J Hustle Hawthorne. Either way, I have 2 pages. Just inbox me or give me your number and we can.
And I'll share, and I'll give him your number before we leave the show today. Is that okay?
That's perfect. Thank you.
All right, consider it done. Thanks again, Mr. CG. Have a great day and keep doing it on purpose.
Thank you.
Call me when you get that million.
I'm putting it into the show.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I'm talking
wow.
Brother making millions at 21. I need some of them millions. I'll take $100,000. I'll take $2. I don't care what it is. I start from the bottom. I work for it. I act. I don't care. I do it.
Wow. Powerful. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick music break. I promise you. We're coming back to let the cat out the bag. There are so many people playing games for free. No more. We'll be right back.
Speaking of games.
I've been lost, I've been tired, but I feel with desire. Somehow know that it's all gonna change. Everything's gonna change. Big city lights, big city dreams, the sound of a city that wastes me. So many people living with the blues. So many things that I can tell you. I got this funny feeling, got this funny feeling that something's going down. I can almost hear the sound going boom, 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 going round. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, seems like no one is happy. People living without a voice. Seems like no one really has a choice. I feel free and lost at the same time. Feels like I'm gonna lose my mind. Living every day like it's my last. Living in the truth I learned from my past. I've been tired, but I feel with desire. Somehow I know that it's all gonna change. Everything's gonna change. Cadillac, hoes, Cadillac, dreams, Cadillac, world, everybody's name. If you got a problem, money can't solve the government scheming, gangsters, leading. Been so just bust, screaming all over town. Boom, 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 going round. What I do, no matter what I say, life is hard, everybody pray. Life is a movie, everybody's filming, you gotta play your part. No,
we back. We're back. It's the Cats on Intellectual Radio, on iHeartRadio, and we here ready to let the cat out the bag. Meow. We got a meow. We meow. All right. We have someone in the building today. Again, we had her 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I have a tremendous amount of respect for this young lady. When I tell you, go-getter, always at the top of the industry, just banging. Nina, tell our people who you are, where you come from, and actually, what are you doing here today?
Okay, excellent. Hi, you guys. How are you? I guess meow.
Meow. Cat out.
Cat out. Very excited, you guys. I've been in this industry of network marketing for almost 18 years. And everyone is looking for that perfect storm. I finally found the perfect storm. How many people have heard of Pokemon? Pokemon just did a paradigm shift in the industry of gaming. Pokemon, within a month into existence, they have made $40 billion. That's a month. $40 billion. Okay. So it's just in a month. This industry, actually, the gaming industry was $40.8 billion. With Pokemon coming into the existence, it's a paradigm shift. All of a sudden, it's at $80.8 billion. So it's huge, you guys. Here's an opportunity of a lifetime. I've never seen people flocking into an opportunity like this. This is real. It works. If a single mom like myself can do this, anyone can do this. It's called Play Games and Get Paid. All the information is Cat Out is sponsoring this event now. And if you want to go into the website, it's called Cats Out, KATSOUT.GameLoot GAMELOOT network.com. And if you need any more information, please get in touch with 708-743-6970. You guys, this is real. I mean, we have a payout which is from daily residual $5 all the way to $3,000 daily residual. I've been only in this company for 2 weeks. I'm one of the fastest right now. The territory is open, you guys. There's only 100 people doing this opportunity in Chicago. We need you to reach out to us, cats out, or call the number, which I'm going to say out again, 708-743-6970. No product, no lotion, no potion. Everyone's playing this game. Everyone is interested in gaming.
You know what? I just want to interrupt you because I haven't been looking for Pokemon. I was looking for a man, but his name wasn't Pokemon. It was almost like when I'm talking about, I'm looking for the green man. I'm looking for the money man. I'm not looking for no Pokemon. I can't even imagine looking for a Pokemon.
Now, I was going to say, how you look for a man you already married?
Well, no. I'm not looking for that kind of man. Let's not get it twisted. I'm talking about, because there's people that's looking for Pokemon. You got some married folks looking for Pokemon. I've seen some men looking for Pokemon with their wives. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going there. But what I'm saying is that I was not interested in Pokemon. But when you say a company has made 40 billion
in 1 month.
In 1 month.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for Pokemon now. But I'm looking for him so that I can be paid.
Yep.
And what you're saying is that there is an opportunity now to get paid for playing games
weekly.
Weekly.
It's real, because that's the first thing I asked the person who brought me into this company. I go, is it real? It's not what if I build this business and I'm going to make money. It's something that I saw the paycheck the first week and I went crazy. Like I said, I'm very excited, you guys. This is a blessing we've been looking for, and being part of the momentum, the paradigm shift of Pokemon, we have an opportunity of a lifetime.
Okay, so let's do this right here, because I'm definitely, for those of you all that have questions, and people need to talk to you a little bit more and even find out how they could see a website or get information from this, you guys could dial 708-743-6970. Again, that number, 708-743-6970 to get more information regarding opportunity of a lifetime. It only happens once, you guys, and this is part of a paradigm shift. This is a pre-launch company, the official launch. This is like Facebook. If you had a part of Facebook, could you imagine where you would be today? This is like Microsoft. This is PC. This is that iPhone that was launched. This is another one of those paradigm shift opportunity. Please call 708-743-6970. Now, is this somewhere I can Google? Because I hadn't been keeping up with Pokemon. But is it somewhere I can Google where this company made $40 billion at in a month?
Pokemon? Yes, you could Google Forbes. Forbes just recently. Guess who also ventured with Pokemon? McDonald's. McDonald's just partnered up with Pokemon because they want to be part of that big wave that Pokemon is bringing. So every McDonald's will be having competitions of gaming opportunity for people. So could you imagine, everyone is riding this wave. So don't miss this opportunity. Call 708-743-6970 to be part of something which will change your life.
Wow, I'm excited. Pokemon, I'm looking for you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring my husband and everybody else, the children, the mama, everybody, Pokemon. I'm not playing. I get paid. Well, I'm looking for the Pokemon. And then I want to send a special shout out again to our rap lady. We missing our rap lady today. What happened to our rap lady?
She out there looking for Pokemon.
She's looking for Pokemon. So thanks again for tuning in. You know what? We're going to close this show, and I want to share some information with you guys concerning our topics. And we got a lot that we can talk about, and I want everybody to be able to at least share and close out with something positive. So what I'm going to do is James, matter of fact, you raised your hand, you up. If you could speak to in closing today about two things, just give on it. We want to talk about how we could in our communities and stop the violence. We also want to talk about the guy that was speaking earlier concerning relationship issues. If you can just say something positive and speak to that money situation, along with relationship situation?
As far as the money situation, I never understood it, but Black people always complain about Black businesses within the community. But when we have none, they complain that we don't have any. Now, like, you'll go to the Korean store and get your weave. You'll go to the Arabs Arabs and get your convenience, whatever. And if their prices are, let's say they charging $6 for a box of cereal, I have never seen a Black person go into one of these stores and complain about their price. But if a Black person open up a store within that community and he's selling those same products for a fraction of that price, they complain about the price and they still ask for a discount. You can't ask for something to be within your community if you're not going to support it. So when Black people take their businesses outside of the community, you can't call them bougie for trying to survive.
Okay.
And also, as far as
the relationship with the guy that's been hurt, wife cheated on him.
I heard him. He said his first wife left him after the money was gone. Like you said, if you don't have a relationship with God first, you can't have a relationship with yourself. If you don't have a relationship with God in yourself, you cannot have a relationship and be happy with someone else. If you get into a relationship with somebody that has the opposite goals of you, it'll never survive, especially if it's about money. So fellas, I'm gonna tell you like this, ladies too, if you looking for a man, you looking for a woman, you better go out looking raggedy, be the brokest that you can. And when you find that person that's gonna have your back and stick with you while you ain't got nothing, that's the person you give everything.
Wow. Okay. Nina, same two topics, dropping the ball in your lap. Let's talk about money. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Black Lives Matter, Black Dollars Matter. You got a way, whatever you got, share it. We're talking about relationships. I seen you kind of stand up when he said it is a spiritual attack. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, let your cat out.
Well, you guys, here's an opportunity, and we're always looking for something. I mean, you know, if we had it, we would not be looking, correct? Here's an opportunity of a lifetime. This could be an amazing fundraiser for your organizations. So please reach out to us. I mean, you know what? It takes only 10 minutes to hear the details. I'm going to repeat the number, 708-743-6970. You know, it's an opportunity where you could become a millionaire, as you guys were all discussing earlier. So yes. I was like, this is an opportunity. Get on it. And relationship, I think I totally agreed. When the other person was speaking, I was shaking my head because God is very important. You got to put God first, because if you walk with faith, I've always walked with faith all my life. With faith, I could move mountains. With God, I could move mountains. I don't need anyone else if I got God. And spirituality is very important, you guys. We are fighting a battle between good and evil. And, you know, but if you walk with faith, everything could happen. And all I've done in my life is walk with faith, and it's God who brings things in your life. There's no accidents that take place in your life. You have to realize that. And if you put God first, God will always take care of you. That's it.
Wow, that's powerful. Patricia Ward.
Well, I want to say both of them hit on both of them, of the relationship and the money. But I know if you love yourself first, you have to love yourself first, then you can respect that other person. Then you can be able to push that other person to go forward in the relationship. Push him to be more positive, you know, as business, relationship, working together, or working as communication in a relationship. Have God first. But one thing, you got to be able to trust God to be able to come together in that relationship, working together. If you don't have God in your life, you don't have that prayer in your life, you don't have nothing. So that makes the relationship, you don't have nothing. But as money-wise, let's do something that will change the world. You know, we have children out here that's dying. Let's do something. Let's build something. Let's get some activities going. Let's build some buildings where we can get more activities, creative activities to push our children to success. Because it's not all about us. It's about the children that living in this world today. If we don't think positive about ourselves, mentoring who we are as a person, how are we be able to mentor those children to think positive, to grow up, and to expect something in the future? They can't expect nothing in the future if we're not showing them positive ways of living. So we must show them positive ways of living, how to live by changing the way we live.
Okay. Well, thanks for that information, you guys. Again, if I can't say nothing else, I could just say this. I totally agree that we do need to find a better way to spend our monies. We cannot continue here to think that something is going to change if we don't change the way that we're spending our monies. Our dollars matter. And if we're constantly mishandling our business, we don't have our house in order. Guys say, and my husband says this all the time. He says that if you don't handle the business, then the business will handle you. If you don't put your business and you don't put your house in order, you could rest assured you're gonna find yourself, credit needing to be repaired. You're gonna find yourself robbing from Peter to pay Paul, and then walk around with a sore Peter and no Paul. That's not. We're in a season now where if we could see Pokemon make $40 billion in less than a month's time, what could we do if we come together as a people, put our heads together and not our tails? That's what season we in. We have a number of ways that we could actually make money. One of the things that I said to every male on the planet is that you should definitely have a card in your wallet that if you are encountered by the police, you could literally make one phone call and you could get help. That's something that we can come together on as a community to make sure that we have those cards in every man's pocket. In your husband's pockets, in your son's pockets, but then you also want to put it in your daughter's pockets, because that's something to have. We also want to say to the relationship problem with the young man that spoke about his woman stepping out on him. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. And sometimes you have to be careful about the women that you choose and the reason you choose them. Some men just want a woman because she got a big butt and a smile. You need to really focus.
About the boobs.
Well, a big butt and a smile and some boobs too. But there are other ways to choose women, and you need to choose them wisely. James, you said it. A woman that's down for you when you have nothing. Then that's the woman that deserves to be with you when you have something. The one that's gonna build.
But you know what? Like I said, a woman that have nothing is a woman that deserves everything. But men make the mistake. A woman will help a man build an empire. And as soon as that empire is built, that man walks away from that woman. That's the worst thing you can do, because the same way you went up is to come down.
Everything's given from God. He gives and he takes.
Well, with that being said, it's official. We can't even make this stuff up, but we can promise you one thing. The show is going to continue to get better, and we're going to do it on purpose. And every time we come, we're going to keep getting better and better and better
and better.
And we're going to let the cat out the bag.
Okay, we off there.